Most overrated exercise in the gym.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Really got to think about that. I know that, look, bench press gets a bit of stick, flat bench press.
Hey.
I know I'm targeting you right now, but I think that's a bit overrated, man. Like the flat bench press, bro.
You're hurting me
I know, I'm so sorry.
I'm
so sorry, but I have to say it. I just feel it.
Welcome to another episode of Purpose and Protein. I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who watched our last episode. The love has been really good and the support's been really good as well. So please continue to like and subscribe, and we will continue to give you the best content that we can give you. All goods. But today, especially today, we have a special guest today, and his name is Jaxon. Jaxon is a long-time member at Plus Fitness, and we're lucky to have someone like Jaxon on this podcast today. So, well, welcome, brother. Welcome.
No, of course. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Nate, for having me.
All good.
Last episode was really good. For those that haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's good to learn a bit more about you and Nicole. So, no, it's good. And it definitely will help me, obviously, open up a bit. So, I'm ready to go when you are, mate.
Hey, I'm excited, bro, to be honest.
I'm
excited, but I'm also nervous as well. So
of course, mate.
We'll help each other out.
It's natural. We're not used to this. So, my first time being on a podcast. So, let's go.
Let's do it. Well, I know Jaxon a bit. So, for those who don't know you, brother, tell us a bit about you, bro.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So, my name's Jaxon. I'm about 30 years old. I'm a father. I'm a partner. And like you said, I've been a member at Plus Fitness Byford. I've been training here for 4 years. I think prior to that, I was at a different Plus Fitness gym. But no, it's been good, man. It's a really good culture here at this gym, which is great. And it's good to see like what we're doing here now with the podcast, sort of getting the members involved and things like that. It's been, really good. So,
you know, when we first started and we had the idea of podcast, bro, you were actually the first person I was thinking about.
Okay.
You'll be grateful for this. Therefore, you are the first person that we have on.
No, that's a real honor to be, sitting here talking to you. So,
Cool. Okay, brother. How long and when did your fitness journey start for Jaxon, bro?
So I can remember obviously picking up the first set of dumbbells when I was really young. My dad bought a set from like a cash converters in Mandurah or something like that, and I'd sit there in the lounge room, watching TV, just curling. I think one of the big inspirations for that was watching something like wrestling. I saw guys like Triple H, Batista, John Cena, and being a little kid playing the video game and all that, you used to go like, I want to look like that. So it was just like simple as doing that. Then going into like high school, used to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning when I was year 11 or 12, and the same thing, I'd go to the gym and I wouldn't really know what I was doing. It was always just preacher curls or always biceps. That's just, and even to this day, I will admit it is my favorite day to train is arms, of course. So, and then, always had a set of weights. Didn't join my first gym until I was about like 21, I think. And then that's where it really opened the door in terms of, training chest, back, legs. Well, even though I never really trained legs back then, that's only more recent. And then, obviously, through years of training and the networking and meeting people, it got me to be where I'm at now. I just did my first bodybuilding competition last year, season C of 2024. That was the IFBB Pro League. And so starting from those humble little dumbbells to doing a show on stage for the first time, it just goes to show that, you train hard, you can get there, really. So it's all about
Sorry, you said it was your dad that got those dumbbells?
Yeah, that's correct.
So he would have been like the start.
Literally, I think as young men, you've got a son as well. Even like I've got a daughter. It's quite clear that we are going to be their role models.
From the start.
Especially for sons. Like I can still, even now, I've got like a real sort of pride in terms of like my family history. Having a great grandfather that would have served in World War I. That's someone that is no longer. I never think I even met him, but it's something that like I hold close. Is like I'm proud of that, you know. And it's the same thing, like training. Like Dad gets the dumbbells. You want to be bigger than your dad.
So or stronger as well.
Stronger, bigger. I think I achieved that.
I think you did, bro.
Sorry, Dad.
You're saying that you're training arms. That's your favorite right now. Just a quick tip. Sorry, is the bicep curl a good arm workout, bro? Because people reckon it's the tricep. That's okay. That's
so the tricep is what gives that mass to your arm. But of course, everyone knows the biggest flex is doing that. Doing that press. Of course you're going to show off your biceps.
Stop asking me now, okay?
No, of course. Look, triceps are going to be the majority of mass in your arm. But of course, don't neglect anything. Even forearms and stuff. Everything adds matters. Everything adds to the bigger picture. So
cool. So you mentioned bodybuilding, bro. What inspired you to do bodybuilding? Because I know training started from that age and watching wrestling and stuff, but bodybuilding is something different.
100%. And again, like everyone knows, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So for me, pumping iron. No, honestly, that spot on. So I can remember watching that. And even that first scene where it's Arnold and Franco Columbu doing the posing in the ballet studio. Like, I think, honestly, I've watched that movie heaps, and I'm sure a lot of the other bodybuilders are the same. Arnold's, of course, he, the trendsetter and everything. But even like another movie like Pain and Gain, like with Mark Wahlberg.
Have you ever seen?
Yeah, with The Rock. Yeah, like a movie like that. I think when I was out of school, 18, I think that's when it came out. And the same thing, watching that movie for some reason just got me like, I want to, join the gym and again, do the weights and stuff.
Bro, that's a true story, apparently.
It is. Yeah. I've done all the research on it as well. It's a really good movie as well for those that haven't seen it. But like, oddly enough, that inspired me. And then even on Pumping Iron, there's the more modern ones with the modern bodybuilders like Phil Heath. Yeah, exactly. Generation Iron. Yeah. There's a couple movies of those. And funny enough, when I was actually the week out of my show, to get me in the mindset, I watched Pumping Iron, Generation Iron, and so on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Literally just to get me in that.
Just to get you in the zone.
Yeah, in the zone. So, they definitely helped contribute to inspire me to get on stage. So
that's crazy, because I've watched every single movie you just put out there, bro. So
definitely worth a watch, those that want to get into that sort of thing. So
sweet. So what did that do for you, bro, like mentally and physically? Because those are two different aspects that you can gain from lifting weights, bro. Like, what did that do for you though, bro?
Well, I think obviously, like, through the consistency of going to the gym, no matter where you start out at, is you kind of want to, it's not necessarily an end goal, because there is no end goal. You are always going to want to get better than what you are. So I think for me, obviously through training, it got to a stage where, people were talking like, hey, have you thought about doing a bodybuilding show? And it wasn't anything that really crossed my mind. I just wanted to get bigger. I work in security as well, so that was a big thing. Like, you want to be a presence physically.
Especially in that space, bro.
Of course. So that contributed to that. And then obviously through that progression of meeting people that were saying, hey, and then eventually when I was at work once, one of the guys that had just started, a good friend of mine, Adam, he used to compete back in like 2010, so, and he was the same thing. He saw me and thought like, hey, you should consider doing it. And then, obviously hearing that from someone that's done it, I kind of went like, maybe I should, and then, I joined his gym in Maddington, Vigor Gym. And that's where I met my coach, Big Mo.
So shout out to Big Mo.
Yeah, definitely. He's experienced, he's competing now. So, just from meeting him and getting his opinion, like, really for that self-confidence gave me like that kind of drive and motivation to go like, you know what, like, let's put in the work. and let's do it, you know. So yeah, it was good. And yeah, obviously getting that experience, coach helps. So
how important is having a coach then, bro? Because you're talking about Big Mo. I've also met Big Mo, and I've also trained at his gym.
Yep.
And having someone like that on your side, bro, does that, like, that surely that will lift you up, bro?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can do it on your own. So definitely, like, hats off to those guys that can do it. But it definitely does help having that coach to overlook everything. You know, it comes down to diet, training, rest, recovery, everything. And it's good to have that that figure overlooking. And, you know, obviously he did my diet and everything and my training splits and all that. So he gave me the blueprint and I did the work.
Nice.
But yeah, you definitely need that support. And again, you can do it on your own. It was all discipline, consistency and such. So
solid, bro. You know what? I think I need a coach now, but and saying,
well, you know, we've got good PTs here, so
cool, bro.
Yeah.
So what does training look like for you, bro? Like on a normal day, compared to you doing a pre-comp, because you've already done a comp. We'll show photos on this, guys. Jaxon here on his last competition, but what does that look like, bro? Does the supplements change? Does the dieting change, bro?
Oh, definitely, yeah. So you're talking post-comp, where I'm at now. Yeah, big changes, obviously. When you're in comp prep, everything matters. You know, every meal counts. Look at me now, mate. I can go and enjoy meal with the family and stuff. You can't really do that when you're in comp prep, which is very hard. So obviously we'll touch on my comp prep with my family, but nowadays, look, it's just train for fun, a lot of like maintenance sort of thing, you know, just for my personal mental health, physical health, things like that. It's not training too serious. It's funny though, because I still do sort of in the back of my mind train as if I'm going to do it again, even though it's not in the plans in the foreseeable future, honestly. But again, I still come to the gym with that sort of approach to like definitely. Like I'll work on those body parts that need work. And again, like just enjoy, like whether it be arms, chest, just enjoy it. But at the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, you know, maybe I do need to sort of, in case, you know, just in case. You never say never, but nice, there's definitely no plans, like I said just before. So
because I know just training myself, bro, and I do speak to a lot of members, other members as well, and they come to the gym for their mental health, bro.
Oh, big time,
you know, and that's a new thing for me, because in my head, I would come to the gym for appearance and then to get stronger. So those will probably be my main two things. But now I'm starting to hear a lot, I come to the gym for my mental health, bro. So how important is mental health now? Now that we're training, that we need to actually think about our mental health when we train as well, bro. Like, because I can come train and be like, I want to get stronger today. But really, actually, how's my mental health today? You know, should I just work on that? You know? You get what I mean? Like, it's
definitely. I think where you're going with that as well is like, you're training for your strength, but when you hit that PB or that heavy weight, it makes you feel good, right? You know, and there are days where you might not get what you're expecting and you might feel bad, but you've still come to the gym as that outlet, and you know you feel like you've achieved what you need to achieve. But definitely mental health, like I said, outlet is the key word there. Like outlet, I come to the gym, it can be a bit of an escape in a way as well, not from like, you know, reality, but you come to the gym with the purpose of training, right? You come here for that reason. There you go, there's purpose, right? So, you know, there's the purpose that we're looking for. But it is though, like you're coming here for a reason. Like, you know, everyone's got their own reasons. That's, you know, the way it is. But sorry, I'm lost here because there's those two big flies buzzing around that we've been trying to kill with this Glen 20 because we don't have more. And they just taken me away now. So all good.
Oh, good, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just happy you mentioned the purpose side of things, bro, because we were trying to look for the purpose.
I think Nicole and I were talking as well, just off camera before. We were talking about, when you come to the gym with others as well, because it's not just yourself. Like, you might come here with a training partner, and for them or yourself, you know, to be able to communicate, even like when you do come here on your own and I see you or Nick or any of the other members, we have chats. Like, that is mental health. You're talking, you know, like it's good to be able to have a conversation. Like, you're not coming here on your own. It is good, like, to stay focused on the task at hand, which is train. But again, like, that little conversation here and there, you know, it's good, man. It's good.
Well, then, then I think mental health is important. Obviously, mental health is important, but gym for mental health is just as important now. If anything, it should be priority now. That people should be thinking about.
Yeah, I think it doesn't have to be the focus point, but it goes without saying. Like, you know, coming to the gym is going to benefit your mental health, of course. Like I said, it's not necessarily you're coming here to escape things or whatever, but just think, when you're, you know, doing those reps, your mind is focused on the muscle, nothing else. Like, so it does take your mind off things in a way, if that's you know, if that's what's on your mind in the first place.
Mind
but
and muscle connection.
Definitely. But that's it. It's just if you've got things on your mind, the gym is a good place to kind of take it off and focus on growing some muscles. You'll start off bad, right? You're in bed and it's like, I don't want to go, but you sort of make yourself go. And I've been in that situation plenty of times where I'll finish like a long shift and it's just like, okay, I've got to go to the gym now. And even now it's like second nature. Like, I just have to go, and, you know, I just make it routine. But yeah, so I was saying, you'll wake up and you'll feel bad, and then you go to the gym and you feel good. Might be the other way. You might be ready going to the gym and you get in here, and we've all had it before where you're mid-set or whatever and you just kind of like, I can't be bothered. And you leave, but you still came. Like, even if you feel good or bad, you still came and you still did something. Like, it might not be the best workout. That's okay. That happens. It's normal to have a bad workout every now and again, but I think the key thing is just coming, getting in there, coming down, try and focus. Again, if you're tired, that's normal. You know, don't force yourself. Your body's telling you, like, I need to recover. Recovery is where we do the most growth. So just listen to your body as well, you know. Okay.
Well, if you didn't already know, Jaxon here is a professional bodybuilder.
I wouldn't say, no, I'm not professional. I'm not. We'll edit that out. We'll edit that out. I'm not a professional yet. Amateur. Yeah, I'm definitely not professional. No. Professional is winning a pro card.
Okay. Explain to us then what an amateur is, then the difference between an amateur bodybuilder and then how to get to a professional card.
Yeah, so amateur in any sport, if you play football, soccer, basketball, you're amateur, right? So to be a professional, and in bodybuilding, you have to win a pro card.
I get it.
So to win a pro card, you have to win the national titles. So that's all of Australia. So we do our state shows to begin with, and you qualify. Once you do a state show, you actually qualify to compete in any show across the world. So the federation I was through was the MPC, IFBB Pro League. So I did my show in September of 2024, which meant for a year until this year, I could have at any time gone across the world and competed in that federation as an amateur. And then if I were to win, figuratively, you know, the pro card in any of those other shows, then that's how you become a professional. So it's very hard to do.
It sounds very hard,
and
bro.
You're not just compete, like, again, you do your state show. The talent in the state show is like phenomenal. WA's got a really good you know, pool of guys now that are coming through. We've got a couple of pros over here as well that look phenomenal. They've competed overseas, and like, they set the bar, man. It's really good to see. But again, you're competing against all the other states, and to win the national title, And look, that wasn't anything of my goal. Even when I did my show as an amateur, the goal was to just get on stage and be able to, like, prove to myself, but also to my daughter or my partner or anyone that I know, friends, family, that you can achieve, like, any goal like that you want to achieve. You've just got to work hard. And I know you hear it everywhere, but like even for me, a big one was growing up. You know, I was always quite a bit chubby.
Yep.
And I always thought, even when I was in my mid-20s, like, never going to have abs.
Yep.
Never going to have it. But guess what? If you want to do it, you got to do it, right?
Did it, bro.
And I did those, grueling cardio sessions and whatnot, and the ab exercises afterwards, and we got there. So, it's hard work, man. It is hard work. But, again, it just goes to show if you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. Nice. So that's the important thing. And it goes for anyone, no matter what you do,
I believe that, bro. And leading into comp, bro, how long does prepping take, bro, for you? Like inside your mind, bro, what did that journey look like for you, bro?
Yeah. Okay. So we would have started prep. It was about a year out. So the comp
a year out.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the foundations were already there.
Okay.
I think at my heaviest, I was like 120 kilos, right? But quite, chubby, like very,
I think I'm 100.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah. No, but it's all good. You're
I need a coach.
You're a big guy. You're a big guy. So, you've got to really cut down though for a competition because it's all about the conditioning and, how lean you are and stuff definitely contributes to it. So. I think that was the goal for us, right? The goal was we have to lose all this body fat. So we started dieting about a year out. I started my diet and whatnot. And my partner was actually 7 months pregnant at that time when we started comp prep.
Yeah.
So my daughter was born 1st of December, 2023. So I'd started my prep at that early stages, the dieting. Right, and we had to obviously stay on track. So the actual competition prep really starts to tighten down, I think for me, or maybe 24 weeks out. It's not so much months at that point. It's more, it gets down into the weeks.
So the weeks,
24 weeks out, that's where, for me, I probably would set the bar. And then that's where the diets would sort of change. And we'd really sort of taper down with the cardio and the training, and it got down to you're 8 weeks out, so 2 months, and things change again. And then the peak week and all that, which is a big thing for bodybuilders, is peak week is getting yourself into that prime conditioning and stuff. A lot of science behind peak week as well for those that don't know. So again, if you do want to get into bodybuilding, there's a lot of science behind it, and that week is very really gritty. So it was all about staying focused on that main the finish line, I guess you could say.
You said a year out, bro, and in that year you also mentioned the missus being pregnant, bro. It sounded like she was pregnant in the beginning of your prep, bro. So we were blessed. Back in, I think it was April, we found out, April the 3rd, I think it was like 5 a.m. or something. I'm in bed and, I get the news, and I kind of didn't believe it at the start because I was like half asleep or whatever. And then, really sunk in. And I think it was, so that was April. And I think that was the time where people were saying like, hey, let's think about doing a show. So then June, July, I think that's where I sort of started going like, hey, maybe it's achievable. Like, let's look to next year, September, and then locked in September of 2024, locked in with Coach Big Mo, and we went, we're going to start the dieting, and it was just, it was just go from there, I guess. Just go from there.
Yeah.
Everything that came after that, bro. After you telling yourself, I'm going to lock in Big Mo. That's us, bro. We're gonna lock in, bro. How is the mind now, bro? Now that you're locked in, bro. Now you're gonna have everything that's coming in now. You just found out you gonna have a baby as well, man. Like that would have been hard, bro. Knowing that you got something to achieve, you got a goal, you got a purpose. But now we got all this other stuff coming into your life as well, man.
And even I should say on that is that I had the support of my partner as well.
That's important, guys. Support.
Definitely support. Look, with my partner, she supported me through the whole thing. Nice. We definitely had our ups and downs. It's hard when you are dieting and stuff. Like, you go through a bit of that. What do we call it? Hangry. when you're
that's a
you know,
female term.
Yeah, we get hangry. So yeah, we definitely had our moments there. But no, she stuck through me all the way through to the end, and I'm so appreciative of that. Yeah. Very appreciative of her. But yeah, look, that contributed to it. But it was so obviously, yeah, we started the prep, and yeah, it was it's good to have those people around you, like I said.
I was gonna say, bro, that's not a bad thing. That can actually be a good thing for someone. You know?
Well, they say that bodybuilding is the most selfish sport, which it is because it is your body, and everything you do is gonna contribute to that. But in saying that, you need to have that support system around you, whether it is, you know, you've got family, if you're, you know, you're single, you're still going to have someone that you train with. You might have a coach or whatever. You're never doing it on your own. Definitely. It's selfish, yes, but you can't do it without everyone around you.
Shout out to Gabby. Shout out to Gabby. Bro, what support does she play in that, man? What role does she have for your support, man? What was the main thing that you just looked at her and be like, I need that from you? You know, what was she good?
Just motivate me, and she kept me on track, man. Like, I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, you know, that's no secret at home. Like, I do love my food, and you know, sometimes when the mind wants to go astray, the mind wants to go astray, and you start looking at that you know, KFC or Hungry Jack's drive-through, you need that little voice of reason, you know,
and that's
saying,
what she
don't do it, you know.
Oh, wow.
So she again, like, kept me on track there. It's really good. But even, man, little things like, you know, this is gonna shaving your back or something, man, because you know, like, you gotta you know, you gotta do little things like that. You can't do it yourself.
You can't do it yourself, bro. So
yeah,
you
like,
do
I don't want to put her on the spot by saying that, but it's facts, you know.
It's facts, bro.
Yeah. But that's, you know.
Imagine pissing her off and she writes something at the, because you like got like a really hairy back. She writes like something,
mate.
Like,
I hate asking her to do it, but she does, man. She does. So, you know, you can't do that. Yeah,
that's support right there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's support right there. And the little one,
Violet,
nice little girl, Violet. Do you look to her, bro? I know you already I know you already said that you want to motivate her. You know, it's the goal.
Yeah,
but is she that little girl that just you look at her and be like, yo, I'm keen. I'm locked in again. You know, just by looking at her.
And you know that as a dad. Yes, exactly. You know, you look at your kids and it's just like, it's crazy. Yep. It's so, and even now that she's almost 2, just this morning I was taking her out and had her on her little bike and like just creating memories like that, man. And look, doing the show, obviously I can, you know, she'll have the photos and stuff, and she watched the show, you know, so really? She was there. Well, she came to the show and she was there, and just things like that, you know. It's just, it is motivation just looking at that and going like, oh man, I've got to be the best version of myself. And look, you know, we're not perfect, and I'm still learning now to this day of how to be, you know, a better dad, a better partner, and things like that. And I think like you kind of almost overlook that, but the best thing is to like look at your kids and go like, maybe I need to do like set a good example or be a good role model for them, you know, because they see everything you do.
Even at a young age, you know, not many parents understand that because they're young, it doesn't mean they can't understand or like they can't see.
They say they're sponges, man, and they definitely are. And I think they don't they don't see it how we're looking. Like when we're doing something and, you know, they want to join in, they just want to be involved. They're not trying to be you know, they're trying to learn. They want to be involved and they want to be doing what you're doing. So it's things like that, and that's why going to the gym, you know, is a good thing. Like it's a good example to set for your kids. Like, you know, stay fit, healthy, for your physical, mental state. You know, one day they'll be going to the gym. Like your girls play netball, things like that. So, you know,
because gym is important for both of us. I had to go through a phase where I will be gone for 2 weeks.
Mhm.
But so I'll be training for 2 weeks, and then I'll fly back home.
Okay.
And I
Yep.
only have a week at home,
Yep.
even less than a week.
Mhm.
And in that week, I'll still be training.
Yep.
And I remember one morning I was getting up to go train,
Mhm.
and my girl looked at me and goes, "Dad, we going?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go train." And then she's like, "Oh, but you always train."
Mm.
And then I think that flicked
Wow.
the switch for me,
Yep.
bro. I'll be like, "Hang on,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
I've been gone for 2 weeks.
It is-
I come home for just a couple of
Yep.
days. Do I really need a train right now?" So I
yeah.
had to adjust to just being present again,
Definitely.
just to be present. And then instead of training while they're awake, I was training before they woke up. You know what I mean? So I had to just adjust,
It
because
does,
training
yeah.
is important for me.
Yeah, yeah.
But now I need to find that balance.
Yeah.
How do I still be present for my kids
Yeah.
and my family, but still training?
No,
bro?
definitely. Even
know?
you bringing that up is something that, like, you know, contributes to me now. Like,
Yep.
it's good to hear that from your experience, because I'll be in the same spot soon.
Yes.
You know, like, and that's the hard thing about
Yeah.
when I was doing the prep, was that I had to be gone for a bit of
Bit of
time,
time,
you
yeah.
know, and we were talking about it earlier that like I'm very fortunate with my partner that we set a routine up, not just for me for prep, but for our
everyone.
daughter.
Yes,
Like,
yep.
so she's a newborn baby, and you know, she'd wake up 5 a.m. So okay, I get up with her,
Yep.
and then we're all awake, and then I would go to the gym,
Yep.
do my cardio on the Stairmaster, and then I'd follow up with some abs or something,
Yep.
and then I would go home and cook breakfast for everyone.
Yep.
So it's like you're in the two worlds sort of thing. Like you've got your bodybuilding and you've got your
You've
family.
got your family. Yep.
And you can integrate them. You
Yes,
can,
yep.
because what I'll say is that from breakfast, first meal,
Yep.
I would then either have a second meal depending on when I trained. I'd train mid-morning is always my favourite time
Yeah.
during prep. And then after that, have another meal. And then I would take Violet for a walk in the pram.
Yeah.
So I get my steps in.
Yeah,
It's
steps
more
in,
cardio.
More cardio for you.
So, you know, sort of integrating
Yes.
the two.
Yep.
Even to this day, man, like I said, she's 2, and I've got a leg extension in my garage. And she calls it up-down, because, you know, you're going up-down. So, yeah, she loves sitting on my lap, and we'll
Yeah.
sit there and just, you know, her feet can't even reach the pad. But just that, she sees Dad doing the leg extension in the garage,
Yeah.
and she wants to join in. So, you know, it's
So
little things like
possible.
that.
It's possible
It
to
is,
do
yeah.
both.
Yeah.
You know? And as
It-
much as we say it is a selfish sport,
It is. Well, that's what I was
You
going to
can-
say.
yeah.
Like,
you can still
it's,
make it work.
there is a little bit of sacrifice in that,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And, yeah, you know, for me, selfishly, I have to admit that I had to do what I had to do to be able to get on stage,
Get
you
on
know.
stage,
So, yeah, it's looking back on it now, obviously, that, you know, there's nothing you can change or whatever, but for in future, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe do little things differently. But like you said, you know, your example with going and your kids saying, hey, like,
Yes.
why do you have to go to the
Why do you
gym or
have to
whatever?
go to the gym?
Well, it's the
Yeah.
same as, I know it's the same as going to work or whatever, but yeah, definitely is sort of opened me up to do the same thing. Is like, maybe, like, even now if I go to the gym, like, she might be in daycare or she might be in bed, like, I'll come later at night, like you said.
gotta
You just
make it work,
you
yeah.
just got to work around
Yes.
it for both of you, what's going to
Yes.
work for everyone.
Yep.
You know, so but you know, like you said, in the last episode 1, that you and Nicole both train.
Yes.
So that's definitely awesome. So it's good that you both have the same sort of passion, and
Yes.
you know, not everyone's going to have the same passion, which
Yep.
is fine. But you just have to make it work
You made it
regardless.
work.
Yeah.
I feel like you did make it work,
Mm.
bro, with the sacrifices and what you actually achieved as well. We'll show photos as well, guys. So we're not just talking about it. He's actually he's actually done well for himself.
Yeah.
And hopefully he continues as well, because, bro, what
Mm.
you've just said already just inspires others to look at their life
Yeah.
and their surroundings
Yep.
and the environment
Yep.
and think, oh, actually, I can make this work.
And it doesn't have to
Yep.
be as extreme as doing a bodybuilding competition. Like, we've all got our fitness goals, and
Yes.
the more you put in the work, like I said, consistency, discipline, the routine, all that, and it all meshes and comes together, you'll make it work. Like, you will make it work. You just have to be driven to do it.
Yep.
And don't give up. That's the other thing with, like, doing a comp. It is so easy to give up. Like, I know, I've heard a story.
Yeah.
Someone was 6 weeks out or even a week out, and people give up, which is
A week
look,
out.
but look, again, if you've got your reasons, that's fine. But you know, ultimately, like, you don't want to like live with that regret. I'm not sure. I can't speak on obviously their experiences and things like that. But for me, it was always, no matter what happens, we're going to get there. Like I told you earlier, I lost my nana.
Yeah.
I think it was still like a couple, like, you know, maybe that 20 odd weeks, or I can't remember exactly how far out I was, but I was in that nitty gritty stage of the competition. And again, like, how do we deal with grief sometimes? People eat, you know, so we're at the wake, and, you know, but again, the end goal was still there and it didn't change. Like, regardless of what came up, was just, stick with it. We'll deal with that. And, we'll get there. Body dysmorphia is a big thing, man.
Yep.
Like, even to this day, like I said, I'm not necessarily training for a comp or anything like that.
Yep.
But you are constantly judging how you look in the mirror. You know, prior to coming to the gym this morning, right? You look at yourself and you kind of go like, oh, like, you know, I'm not happy with that.
Yep.
But then when you're in the gym and you look in the mirror and you got the pump, the veins are out, you're just like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want. You can't have it all the time, but it's there.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's enough for you to come back, bro.
It's enough to come. Exactly.
Yeah,
so
enough for you
that's
to come
drive.
back. Yeah.
But in saying that as well, it's like you've worked hard to get there, and you don't want it to stop.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's no end goal, because it is always going. Like like I said, I've done a comp and I've looked at my best for that. But then again, like, at your best, now your best is here. You want to beat that. It's the same with like doing a PB on a lift.
Yep.
You know, you lift to a certain weight, you want to beat that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's never going to stop.
It's never
going to stop. You So, yes, as you get older, things are going to change, and you accept that. But for the time being, looking at yourself and kind of going, "No, I'm not satisfied," or whatever, or you know, like, again, when you do a comp or whatever, and you're conditioned for that you're always going to be chasing it. So it's like, it's an addiction in a sense, right? But you just have to be able to accept it, that, you know, sometimes it's not achievable or whatever, but it is what it is. So
that's cool, because it's going to lead me to my next question, bro. The first time I saw you, right, this is what came into my head. I actually said to myself, man, I actually got competition.
Oh, wow.
That's the first thing that came into my head.
Yep.
Because for me, as someone who loves training, I need someone to motivate me.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's hard to find that
Yep.
in certain places.
Yep.
So I keep changing gyms. I'll go here, I'll go here. Coming to Plus Fitness, Bifid, I was also looking for that as well. Like, is there anyone that's stronger than me? Is there anyone that's bigger
I see what you mean.
Yeah, man.
And
then
that's,
I saw you, bro, and I was like, finally.
And that's,
Let's get it.
100% that's a thing.
Yep.
Definitely, like, everyone's always scanning or whatnot, but not to discredit those that are just beginning.
Yep.
But yes, I get where you're coming from, of course. Like, you'll see someone else, and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not judging someone. I don't judge people on what they're doing. I don't want that to be the culture at a gym.
Yes.
Right? But it is, like, you will subconsciously look at someone and go, like, you know, big dude.
What is he
you know,
probably doing? You know,
you got the big legs, because when the first time I saw you was the same thought. Like, I think in the old setup, you were down in the squat rack in the corner, and you had 420s aside, free squatting, right? And it's the same thing. Like, I can't really do that. I've got, you know, terrible balance, like terrible free squat form. So I do it on the Smiths, you know, or the hack squat. But then the next week, I think I saw you benching like the same weight, 4 plates aside or something. I was like, okay, like, he's serious about his training. And but again, like, you know, it wasn't so like, you know, comp or whatever. But people are going to do that naturally, and I think, you know, leaving your ego at the door, they say, or whatever.
Also is like, I think that's just a primal man thing to do. You will size someone else.
I guess so. I guess so. It happens when you're walking in the shops or whatever, and
sizing someone. I think it's like engraved in you. Primarily, like primal,
and people
like,
do
I take him on?
it. People look. I get what you're saying. Through security, it's the same thing. Like, but even then, to contradict myself, you do have to judge someone by what they look like or whatever, and get a read of someone. So it is a skill, and it does apply to when you go to the gym. Of course, like, naturally, you might see another guy that is bigger, but. You know, I think we were saying earlier, those are the bigger guys, are always the friendliest guys to go and chat to. Like, guarantee. Some people maybe not. Like, if you're in your training and you're focused, maybe don't go and approach them, you know. But it's always good to catch someone and have a chat, and that's what we've kind of done here at this gym. Is we've created that culture, and you know, we were talking about it earlier. We've got our chatters here. You know, I might be one of them. I'm not, you know, we're saying, the guy that's behind the camera. But again, like, you know, I'm always happy to have a chat, man. Like, yes, I will be focused on, and sometimes you might get that, like, hey, you know, just let me finish my set or whatever. But man, I'm always happy to have a chat. It's just good, like we were saying, Eve, on the mental health, just having a conversation with someone.
I just wanted to get that off my chest, bro, that you actually made me want to get better, you know, just by seeing you. So,
is there a shortcut to get to anything? It could be weight loss, it could be, you know, muscle building or whatever. Is there a shortcut, or you have to always take the difficult route? Because a lot of people...
Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah.
I reckon there are shortcuts, but the same effect from going the longer route is you're not going to have that same effect from going the shortcut. You can get to the goal, but I think going the long way is going to be more beneficial for someone.
So like, you more sustainable.
Yeah, than just trying to find an easier way or faster way.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, yeah, you've got to do that cardio. Unfortunately, like that's obviously what is one of the big key things, and no one wants to do it.
No
like,
one wants to do it, bro.
You know, but you got to learn to love it, man. Learn to love it. I don't do it as much now. I don't really have the time to do it as much now, but I still like to go out and have walks, bike rides with the family and stuff. So it counts. But do the work. Don't look for shortcuts, man.
Oh, that's a good one.
Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop looking for shortcuts. Like. And no one's going to do the work for you. That's the other thing. Like, yeah, look, if I told you, or your coach or whatever tells you, like, just do it. You know, if you don't do it, you're only really cheating yourself. Like, there is no shortcuts. Like, yeah, you've got to get that cardio in. And then if you're watching your diet, like I said, I love to eat now. I eat whatever I want now. But I still I'm reasonable with it. Like, I'm not going to go pig out. And like I said, even now the training is all maintenance, right? Yep. But yeah, just keep it like within reason. But yeah, calorie deficit. No one really wants to do that, you know, and be hangry and feel uncomfortable all the time. But it's what's going to make you lose that body fat.
So if there's one advice that you would tell or give someone who's wanting to take his first step, especially men, right?
Like getting into the gym
into the gym or into fitness, specifically for men. Who think, you know what, it's too late now. Like I've got 3
it's not
kids, you know,
it's not too late. You know, like, yes, we're all going to start at different points and whatnot, but just get your membership, come down, check it out, whatever, you know. And if you do your research or whatever, like, it depends what you want. Like, do you want to lose fat? Do you want to gain muscle? Do you want to do both? You know, it depends what path you want to go down, but it is all just about doing your research, like you said, YouTube or, man, ChatGPT. You can go and ask, like, hey, I'm a male, I'm this tall, I'm this much in weight, and I want to get this, you know. I'm sure AI is going to tell you what to do, right? But even then, like, not even that, like, if you can afford to do it, yeah, get a PT or a coach would be a good idea to do, you know. So there are all those little factors that are going to play into it, but just generally overall, getting into the gym is going and checking it out and signing up, you know. But even then, you don't necessarily have to have a gym for that. You can go for walks, you can change your diet, whatever you need to do. So, but you've got to be motivated to want to go to the gym in the first place, like we were talking earlier about
motivation
outlets, man. You know, everyone's going to have different ways to cope. Whether, you know, guys that no matter what work you do might want to, you know, kick back and have a beer. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do, but you can't really put that into what we're doing, like in terms of fitness or whatever. You know, you can still do it, I guess, but just be moderate about it, or, you know, it may be time to give it up or whatever, and, you know,
you can't compare that. Like, I remember,
it's tricky, right? Because everyone's going to have their ways of dealing with things, which is fine. But we're here to talk about, you know, how fitness in the gym. So yes, look, if you do that, nothing wrong with it. But if you still come to the gym, just, you know, get what you need to do on the gym, focus on that, you know, and then, look, it might slow the process down. Unfortunately, they're the harsh words you're going to want to hear, is that it's going to slow you down. But, yeah, look, you do what you got to do, I guess.
Nice. Well, it is Movember
You know?
right now. What are some things or some tools that you could help other men like get through hard times like that, bro? Like, because we all constantly need help as much as we are men,
Yep.
and we like to say to ourselves, "No, we don't need no one's help."
Yep.
You know, that's easy for us to say, but we do, bro. We do need help. You know, so what are some tools or some strategies that you reckon you could give to other men, bro, to deal with those hard times?
I think just talking about it, I think, we hear it all the time. That's what the thing is just to talk about it. If that's your partner, if you're fortunate enough to still have family around, mums, dads, brothers, sisters, whatever your situation is, or even friends, people you work with, if you're comfortable with them, and just bring it up with them. We've all gone through it. Everyone will at least have one story where they've been in that position, if they're all, down and stuff. And I think it is just, talking to someone about it, like, even if it has to be going and seeing a professional, if it's to that extent, things like that. I deal with things like that at work as well, through what I do at work. And, it's just sort of triaging people into that right direction. It is hard, man, to sort of connect, like, personally myself. I struggle to connect with it, unfortunately. Being a man, I think that might, contribute to that. But it is just talking to people about it, Yeah.
Just talk, guys who are watching, bro. Just talk to someone. And like Jaxon said, everyone's got someone that they can talk to. You literally don't have no one. There's someone that's in your life that you could talk to, or talk to about, and have a good conversation.
Yeah. Well, there are helplines as well that you can call. Just do the research, look it up online. There are, mental health, Beyond Blue, things like that.
Yes,
so
I heard of that one.
It's good to give them a call if you've got no one, or you just, you don't feel comfortable talking to someone that and you don't want to put your problems on them. That's fine.
That's
but
fine as well.
Yeah, there are, obviously, places to go. And
so, what does life look like for you and your family now, bro?
It's just full-time job. Train obviously for that maintenance and things like that. There's, like we were talking earlier, there's no competition in sight, I suppose.
Okay. Yep.
So it's just train for my own personal reasons, and just work hard. Times are tough now. We hear it all the time, cost of living on the news, and we experience it day to day. It's just, that's the focus really. So
before concluding, we've got a special 10 questions for you. So
from him.
Right.
Here we go.
10 most commonly asked questions that want to be viewers or listeners want to know. So we've sent them to Tom on his phone.
Okay.
Tom's going to ask you those 10 questions, and
Yep.
we're going to have very little time to answer.
Yep.
Ooh. So it is rapid.
Yep.
It is rapid. Okay, let's get it started then. 10 rapid questions, bro. Favorite muscle to train?
Muscle group or specific muscle?
Ooh.
Arms?
Muscle group.
More arms, right? But more specifically, probably biceps, like we said earlier, man. I like to have a good peak, so.
Nice. Go to cheat meal. Or do you even call it a cheat meal?
Yeah, not so much cheat meals. Well, even in terms of bodybuilding, we like to call them refeeds, right?
Nice.
In terms of getting the calories in. If I had a favourite, that's tough, man.
We'll go local. Somewhere local.
Yeah.
First thing that comes to your mind,
The first thing that came to my mind was KFC.
Hey!
Like KFC tenders, man, because they're, you get a good 6-pack of that. It's a lot of fat, but a bit of protein in there as well. So
deadlifts or squats?
Squatting. Yeah, squatting. Yeah.
Jeez. One supplement you can't live without.
Protein powder, of course, yeah.
Right here,
but
guys.
even on that, though, there's another good one that a lot of people, even those that, are afraid to get the protein in, essential amino acids are really good to go to.
Wow. Okay.
They help a lot with the muscle recovery and things like that. Electrolytes, there's sodium in it, so it keeps you hydrated. So that's a little one that creeps in there on the daily basis. You have that first thing in the morning. It hydrates you for the day. You can have it as an intra workout, but of course, mate, I've got to say protein.
Yeah,
that's what we're here for.
Nice.
Right? So
Bulk or cut? What's better?
Wow, that's even another one. After doing a cut, I honestly think the cut, man, because of the weight when you get shredded, nothing better than seeing your abs. But in saying that, of course, like, I'm in two worlds with that, man. Like, I don't want to bulk to get fat. That's my biggest concern.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the thing you got to be careful of when you're bulking. But, yeah, look, being big is good, but, man, when you cut and you see your abs and your veins, it's wicked, man. It's so good. Yeah.
Most overrated exercise in the gym.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Really got to think about that. I know that, look, you know, bench press gets a bit of stick, you know, flat bench press.
Hey.
I know I'm targeting you right now because he loves a really...
No, I actually know too, so I know why.
But you know, I think, like... Yeah, look, specifically on the bench. Like, if you got the dumbbells, you get a bit of a deeper stretch, right?
Just stretch, yeah.
But I think that's a bit overrated, man. Like the flat bench press, bro.
You're hurting me,
I know. I'm so sorry.
I'm
so sorry, but I have to say it. I just feel it. And that, man, honestly though, when I first started training in the gym, and all those that like I trained with back then will agree that I always started on the flat bench.
Yeah.
Every day.
Same. Yeah.
Like every day, no matter what I trained, I was always on the flat bench press.
Yeah.
But it's more not so much to, you know, build the muscle. It is, but it's just see how heavy I could go, you know. That contributed to a lot. And I think at some point I was on the Smith's machine, and unfortunately I don't have video proof of this, but I think I did something silly like 200 kilos or something like that on a Smith's machine, and I had my arms all wrapped up and wrists and all that, and I can remember like pushing it up and racking it after a couple of reps and like looking at my face in the mirror, and my eyes were just bloodshot. And I was like, that's the instance I knew, like, that was just stupid. Like, again, even now, like, doing that 1-200 press didn't build this chest, you know. If anything, it could have gone wrong.
Sideways, bro.
And I didn't have anyone spot me. It was on the Smith, so it's all just up and down. But yeah, look, that
I'll take it, bro. I'll take it. Who inspires you the most in fitness, bro?
In terms of... Oh, that's a good one. It's tricky because it's always changing, man. I think in that, actually, no, I do have a straightforward answer to my favourite, like Scott Steiner, Freakzilla from WWE.
That's crazy.
Yeah. He like, man, exactly. It's weird, but because he's a genetic freak.
Yes.
I always wanted. That's what inspired me to get
Scott Steiner.
Yeah, Scott Steiner, you know, Freaks and Peaks. That's what I was, yeah, but it's always changing, you know, like you'll see Mr. Olympia changes every year and you go like, oh, I like Derek Lunsford, I like that about him, or, Arnold, I like that about him, but, yeah, no, I do have an answer for that. So,
nice, cool. Biggest gym pet peeve. What is that, bro? Sorry, I didn't know.
So that's like, what do people do in the gym that sort of annoy me? I'm a bit OCD, right? So putting the weights back, like, okay, think of it like this, man. Like, so I organise the weights, and you know, I do this little sneaky. I do a set and see, I don't like where that 2.5 is, so I'm going to move that to where it should be. No, but think of it like this: if you go to the machine, like if me or the gym staff or whoever organises the plates a specific way, and you take it off and you put it on the hack squat or whatever, and you took it from over at the chest press, man, go put it back where you found it. Like, don't go and just throw it like there. Or we're fortunate we don't get them on the ground here. You know, people leave plates on the ground and stuff, but it's just like something as simple as like, but even when you take it off and you carry it there, you're still lifting it, and you're walking with the weights, you're still working out in a sense. So yeah, that annoys me at times. But that's just OCD, man.
That's
you know.
so true. Like, you never think about it, and when he says that, it's actually true.
Now I'm thinking about it.
You have like a big plate, and
Yeah.
the small plates.
Yes, yeah. When the hamburger in between, like the 10, the 5, the 10, it's a little hamburger, you know. Yeah, that annoys me at times, but that's just OCD, you know.
Nah, that's good, bro.
Yeah.
Heaviest lift you're proud of?
Yeah, look, like I said, that 200 kilo Smith's machine press was there, but I don't know. Like, there's not really. I don't know. It's not so much about how heavy I lift anymore.
That's good.
But to be fair though, in thinking like, it's nothing to be like amazed about because every leg press is different. But we were putting up some good numbers on the leg press at Vigor Gym. Me and my training partner Adam, I think we got over half a ton. Like I think that so we were like, but again, it's everyone can kind of, you go put half a ton on that hammer strength one we have here, you won't be able to lift it.
Yeah.
Like trust me. Yeah, because each machine has different resistance.
Okay.
So it's not so much like, it's nothing fancy or whatever, but I like doing that because I'm someone that didn't train legs as often or whatever, and still, like, I like to kind of keep up with it once a week at least. But that, to me, like, being able to lift heavy on legs, like, I like doing that, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Better feeling after hitting a PR. Is that the question?
Is there a better feeling than hitting a PR?
Yeah, is there a better feeling than hitting
I tell you what, coming off stage after your first bodybuilding competition was pretty awesome. In terms of, if we're talking about the gym, man, like, that... like feeling, there is nothing that compares. That feeling of like accomplishment is insane. Like it is insane. So like PR in the gym, you know, again, like I said, the weights, how heavy I lift isn't really a big thing because I try to obviously stay within the same weight range, but of course you want to try and always better it. But again, like if you plateau and stuff, it's tricky, man. But there's better feelings, of course. Yeah.
After that comp, that's a good one.
Yeah. It is a high. I mean, like a lot of people do say that, like once they have that, they experience that high, it's like you know.
Definitely.
You want to keep doing it.
And you want to do it. Yeah, and you do want to do it again, but again, you kind of come to terms with it and go like.
Are you gonna have another competition?
We talked about it earlier. It's not in the plans or anything like that. So, yeah.
Well, brother. It was good having you on, and I'm actually happy you were the first one to jump on.
Oh, we could go all day.
Oh, mate, I think we can, bro.
We'll wrap it up, for sure.
Yeah, bro. But if anyone wants to know, Jaxon's got a code as well, so you can actually have a look on the link or on this video, and please hit him up, man, because good stuff, bro. That's good stuff, man.
No worries.
And thank you from us here in Purpose and Protein. Thank you for our background crew. Nat and Nicole.
Awesome job, guys. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you
really
so
good.
much. Until next time, right?
Yeah.